नमस्कार मित्रो, आपण पाठीमागच्या व्हिडिओजमध्ये सिस्टमॅटिक्स ऑफ लिव्हिंग ऑर्गॅनिझम्स हा चॅप्टर सुरू केलेला आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे किंगडम्स पाहिले आपण. किंगडम मोनेरा, किंगडम प्रोटिस्टा, किंगडम प्लॅन्टी, किंगडम फंजाय आणि शेवटचा जो किंगडम आहे तो किंगडम ॲनिमॅलिया. In this video we are going to see the details of kingdom Animalia as well as acellular organisms. Kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia means animals. In this kingdom, all the types of animals have been included. Members of this kingdom, that is animals, these are heterotrophic. We know that animals cannot prepare their food material because they do not have chlorophyll. They cannot perform the function of photosynthesis. So these are heterotrophic. These are dependent upon the other organisms for food material. They have a capacity, they have a holozoic nutrition. Capacity of locomotion, they can move from one place to the other place. These are multicellular. All the animals, these are multicellular and these are eukaryotic. Means they are having a distinct nucleus and well organized cell organelles. They do not have chlorophyll, just now I have told you that. They are without chlorophyll, that's why they cannot perform the function of photosynthesis. They do not have cell wall. Cell wall is absent. The main difference between the plant cell and animal cell is that in case of plant cell there is a cell wall. In case of animal cell wall is absent. Growth is determinate and follow the definite pattern. So up to a certain limit, growth takes place, and then afterwards growth cannot take place. So growth is determinate and follow the definite pattern. In case of plants we have seen that indefinite growth is present, but here growth is a determinate or definite and follow the definite pattern. All the animals are included under the kingdom Animalia. These are heterotrophic, holozoic nutrition. They can move, capacity of locomotion, multicellular. These are made up of many cells and have eukaryotic cell organization. They do not have chlorophyll as well as cell wall. Both are absent. They have a determinate growth and follow a definite pattern. Here in this video, we are going to see the details of viruses, phyroids, prions and lichens. Most of these are acellular organisms. Viruses, phyroids and prions. This is a group of acellular organisms. These are acellular. Cellular organization is absent. That's why these are called as acellular organisms. Lichen, while lichens are living, we are going to see the details of it later on. But you remember at present that viruses, phyroids, prions, these are called acellular organisms because they do not have a cellular organization. While lichens are living, viruses, phyroids, prions and lichens, these are not included in the Whittaker system, 5 kingdom system of classification. We have seen Whittaker's 5 kingdom system of classification: kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. In these 5 kingdoms, viruses, phyroids, prions and lichens have not been included. Then firstly we shall see the viruses. Now we are aware that nowadays coronavirus is fast spreading. The viruses are non-living. You remember that. These are non-living structures. Then we will think that as viruses are non-living, why they are causing the disease? You see that these viruses are non-living outside the body of host, but when they enter into the body of the host, they multiply. Means they behave as living. These are ultra microscopic. These are very small. These are smaller than bacteria. Viruses, these are smaller than bacteria, and they are obligate parasites. Just now I told you that when they enter into the body of the host, they can complete their life cycle, but they cannot complete the life cycle without host. That's why these are called obligate parasites. Viruses are non-living. outside the host. These are ultra microscopic, these are smaller than the bacteria, and these are the obligate parasites, means they cannot complete the life cycle without host. They have inert crystalline structure. Their structure is inert, it is crystalline. Once they infect the living organism, means outside the body, these are non-living. When they infect the host body, when they infect the host, they take over the machinery of host cell to replicate themselves. Means suppose this is the host and this is the virus. Outside the body of this host, this virus is non-living. When it enters into the body of the host, it takes the machinery, it uses the machinery of this host plant, and this can multiply in the body of the host. Means once they infect the living cell, they take the machinery of host cell to replicate, means multiply themselves, and afterwards they are killing the host. The name of virus means phenom. Phenom means wish. Means phenom or the poisonous fluid. And this was given by M.W. Beijerinck in the year 1898. So this virus name was given. The name virus means the phenom. Phenom means the poisonous fluid, and this name was given by M.W. Beijerinck in the year 1898. He demonstrated that, Beijerinck demonstrated that the extract of infected plants of tobacco could cause infection to the healthy plant. It means, suppose this is a tobacco plant, and this tobacco plant is infected by the virus. He has taken, these leaves were crushed, and this liquid or extract, this extract was taken, and he found that this extract can infect the healthy plant. Infected plant of tobacco was taken, it was extracted, or the extract of these leaves was prepared, and he found that this extract can infect the healthy leaves or the healthy plant. Here healthy plants, and this fluid is called as Quantagium vivum fluidum. You remember this name? Quantagium vivum fluidum means infectious living fluid. This is the infectious living fluid which has been taken from the infected plant. He observed that they were able to migrate in the agar medium. Suppose this is a agar plate. Here there is agar. If virus is present here, this virus can migrate, means it can move one place to the other place inside this agar medium. Virus is called as infectious nucleoproteins. Infectious nucleoprotein particles. Nucleoprotein means nucleoprotein, the meaning of this word is nucleo, that is nucleic acid. Protein, that is protein. Means it is made up of nucleic acid as well as protein. These viruses are inactive outside the host. Just now told you that these are non-living outside the host. Stanley in the year 1935 showed that viruses could be crystallized. They can be made into the crystals, and these crystals are made up of proteins. Just now I told you that viruses are made up of nucleic acids and proteins. When these are crystallized, these crystals are mainly made up of proteins. He demonstrated that the extract of infected plant can infect healthy plant. This fluid is called as, this extract is called as Quantagium vivum fluidum, infectious living fluid. He observed that they were able to migrate in the agar medium. Viruses are inactive outside the host body. These are non-living outside the host body. Viruses are called infectious nucleoprotein particles. Means these are made up of nucleic acids and proteins. Stanley showed that viruses could be crystallized, and these crystals are of proteins. Our crystals are made up of proteins. Then structure of the virus. This virus consists of different parts. If you see the structure of a virus, this virus consists of different parts. The first part, this is the envelope. Envelope means cover. Cover of the virus. This is called as envelope. outer covering of the envelope, covering, it is made of nucleoprotein and carbohydrates. Here, lipoprotein and carbohydrates. So here you can see this is the outer covering, this green one. This is made up of lipoprotein as well as carbohydrates. Then central core. So inside this envelope, you can see this is the envelope. Inside this envelope, there is a genetic material. This genetic material, it is either DNA or RNA, depending upon the type of virus. Then capsid, this is the central core. So the central part of the virus, it contains DNA and RNA or the genetic material. You can see the capsid. Capsid means this covering. It is made up of proteins. This capsid is made up of proteins, and unit of the capsid, these are called as capsomeres. You can see these are the capsomeres. These capsomeres, these are helically twisted and forming the covering of, or forming the capsid of this virus. Capsomeres are made up of amino acids. You can see here, it is a cylinder-like structure. It has a cover. This covering, it is called as capsid. This capsid is made up of proteins, and the units of capsid, these are capsomeres. These capsomeres are made up of amino acids. So if you see the structure of a virus, envelope, outer covering, it is made up of lipoprotein and carbohydrate. Central core, central part of the cylinder, this contains the genetic material, that is DNA and RNA. Then capsid, that is covering, it is made up of protein, and units of protein, these are capsomeres. These capsomeres, these are made up of amino acids. Then types of viruses. There are different types of viruses. The first type of virus, these are called as plant viruses. Plant viruses means viruses which can produce the disease on the plants or which can infect the plants. These are called as plant viruses. These plant viruses have RNA as a genetic material. You remember this. RNA, it is the genetic material of plant viruses. Bacterial viruses means viruses which infect the bacteria. Viruses which are infecting the bacteria, these are also called as bacteriophages. Bacteriophages means bacterial viruses. These viruses have DNA as a genetic material. Plant viruses have RNA as a genetic material. Bacterial viruses have DNA as a genetic material. While animal viruses have both DNA as well as RNA as the genetic material. DNA or RNA. Either DNA is present or RNA is present. Both are not present together. Animal viruses have DNA or RNA as a genetic material. Then retroviruses. Retroviruses. In case of retroviruses, ssRNA. ssRNA means single-stranded RNA. Single-stranded RNA with reverse transcriptase enzyme. These are having a reverse transcriptase enzyme. Retroviruses have ssRNA, single-stranded RNA, and reverse transcriptase enzyme. Reverse transcriptase enzyme, it is responsible for RNA to DNA. This converts RNA to DNA. Usually DNA is converted into RNA, we know, by transcription process. But here this is a reverse process. RNA is converted into DNA by this enzyme transcriptase. Examples of retroviruses are HIV virus, means AIDS virus. There are 4 types of viruses: plant viruses, bacterial viruses or bacteriophages, animal viruses, and retroviruses. Then we shall see the structure of a plant virus. This is called as tobacco mosaic virus. This tobacco mosaic virus, this is abbreviated as TMV. This virus produces a tobacco mosaic disease. A mosaic pattern is produced on the leaves. Suppose this is a leaf of this tobacco. You can see mosaic pattern. Mosaic pattern, it is produced on the leaves, and this is called as tobacco mosaic virus. So this tobacco mosaic virus infects the tobacco plant and produces a tobacco mosaic disease. TMV or tobacco mosaic virus, it is a simple rod-shaped helical virus. Just now we have seen, it is like a rod, it is like a cylinder. It consists of nucleic acid core. This is the nucleic acid core. RNA means this nucleic acid core is present like this at the center. This is the nucleic acid is RNA. It consists of, or the genetic material is ssRNA or single stranded RNA. This is covered by means of a protein coat. So you can see here the central part of the cylinder, it is covered by means of a protein coat, and this protein coat is technically called as capsid. हे जे कव्हर आहे सिलिंडरचं, दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज ए कॅप्सिड, आणि या कॅप्सिडचे युनिट्स आहेत, these are called as capsomeres. If you see the structure of tobacco mosaic virus, this infects the tobacco leaves. This produces a mosaic pattern on the leaves. It is a simple rod-shaped helical virus. This consists of nucleic acid core at the center, covered by means of protein coat. The genetic material is single-stranded RNA, and the protein coat, this is technically called as a capsid. The protein coat is made up of protein subunits, and these are called as capsomeres. Just now we have seen, these are the capsomeres. These capsomeres are made up of proteins or the amino acids. These are arranged in the helical form. You can see these are arranged in the helical form around the central core. Here, these capsomeres, these are arranged helically around the central core of nucleic acid. Capsid protects the RNA. So this RNA, which is present inside or at the center, this is protected by this capsid or the cover. The central core consists of centrally located single-stranded RNA. Just now we have seen. The RNA molecule is coiled. This RNA molecule is coiled like this to form a spiral. Here you can see that RNA capsomer ratio is 3:1. Ratio of RNA to capsomeres, it is 3:1. Then bacteriophage or the bacterial virus. Here bacteriophage means bacterial virus. If you see the structure of this bacterial virus, you will see that this bacterial virus attacks the bacteria. तर हा बॅक्टेरियावरती अटॅक करतो हा व्हायरस. These are tadpole shaped. तर याचा आकार हा tadpole सारखा दिसतो. It consists of two parts. This is a head part. This is a head, and this part, this is called as tail. Head and tail, two parts are present. Head part and tail part. Upper hexagonal part, this is called as head. तर हा पार्ट हेक्सागोनल असतो, अष्टकोनी असतो. हेड इज कव्हर्ड ऑन आउटसाइड बाय मीन्स ऑफ ए कॅप्सिड. तर या हेडच्या भोवताली हा हेक्सागोनल तर आहेच, पण याच्या भोवताली प्रोटीनचं कव्हरिंग असतं. दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज ए कॅप्सिड. हायली फोल्डेड लार्ज डबल स्ट्रँडेड डीएनए. DNA मीन्स डबल स्ट्रँडेड डीएनए. SS म्हणजे सिंगल स्ट्रँडेड, DS म्हणजे डबल स्ट्रँडेड. डबल स्ट्रँडेड डीएनए इज प्रेझेंट इनसाइड द कॅप्सिड. तर या कॅप्सिडमध्ये डबल स्ट्रँडेड डीएनए असतो. Virus which attacks the bacteria, this is called as bacterial virus or the bacteriophage. These are having a tadpole structure, head part and tail part. Upper head part is hexagonal, covered by means of a capsid, and highly folded double stranded DNA, it is present inside the head part. Then a long tubular structure is present below the head. This is a head part. This is a long tubular structure. This is called as tail. This is a tail part. The place at which head and tail joins, this is called as collar. This is the collar. ज्या ठिकाणी हा tail आणि head join होतात, this part is called as a collar. The tail is covered by means of a protein covering. आता हा जो टेलचा पार्ट आहे, दिस इज कवर्ड बाय मीन्स ऑफ ए, याच्यावरती प्रोटीनचं कव्हर असतं. दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज प्रोटीन शीथ और दिस इज कॉल्ड ॲज टेल शीथ. दिस टेल शीथ एंड्स विथ टेल प्लेट्स. तर या टेलच्या टोकाला अशा प्लेट्स असतात. दीज आर कॉल्ड टेल प्लेट्स और बेस प्लेट किंवा टेल प्लेट असं त्याला नाव आहे. लॉंग 6 थ्रेड लाईक स्ट्रक्चर, या टेल प्लेट पासून असे थ्रेड लाईक स्ट्रक्चर्स तयार होतात. दीज आर कॉल्ड एज टेल फायबर्स. टेल फायबर्स आर युज्ड फॉर अटॅचिंग द व्हायरस टू द होस्ट. तर या टेल फायबरचा उपयोग काय की हा व्हायरस होस्टला अटॅच करण्यासाठी केला जातो. हेड पार्ट, दिस इज ए टेल पार्ट. Tail part is covered by means of a protein sheath. The point at which tail and head joins, this is called as a collar. At the end of the tail, there are such a plates. These plates are called as base plates or the tail plates. Here, base plate name has been given. And from this base plate or the tail plate, such a fibers are 6 thread-like fibers have been given out. These are called as tail fibers. These tail fibers are used for the attaching the virus to the host body. Then diseases caused by virus. Which diseases are caused by these viruses? Different types of virus. Viruses cause diseases like leaf curling. Leaf curl होतं, पानं सुकवली जातात. Yellowing of the leaves, पानं पिवळी पडतात. Mosaic formation, म्हणजे मोझाईक पॅटर्न त्या ठिकाणी पानावरती तयार होतो. मीन्स हिअर दीज व्हायरसेस आर कॉजिंग व्हेरियस डिसीज ऑन द प्लांट्स. लीफ कर्ल डिसीज, yellowing of the leaves, then yellowing of veins also, mosaic formation, foot and mouth disease of animals. In case of animals, foot and mouth disease, as well as swine flu. You are familiar with this name. Swine flu is also caused by viruses, and popular example is corona, COVID-19. This disease is caused by the virus. Smallpox म्हणजे देवी, mumps गालगुंड, then herpes म्हणजे नागिन, common cold म्हणजे सर्दी. So these diseases are also called because of these viruses in case of human being. The list also includes AIDS. तर एड्स हा डिसीज हा व्हायरसमुळे सुद्धा होऊ शकतो. एड्स म्हणजे अक्वायर्ड इम्युनोडिफिशियन्सी सिंड्रोम. Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. This disease is also caused by the virus. Then you see once again diseases caused by the viruses: leaf curl, yellowing of the leaves, mosaic formation in case of plants. While in case of animals, foot and mouth diseases of animals are caused by the viruses. In case of human being, swine flu, corona, these are the viral diseases. Smallpox, देवी, mumps, गालगुंड, herpes म्हणजे नागिन, common cold म्हणजे सर्दी. So all these diseases are caused by the viruses in case of human being. This list also includes the AIDS, which is caused by viruses. We have seen the details of these viruses just now. The another category of acellular organisms, these are viroids. Viruses मध्ये न्यूक्लिक ॲसिड आहे आणि बहुतांनी प्रोटीन कोट आहे. आता व्हायरॉइड्स मध्ये फक्त न्यूक्लिक ॲसिड आहे आणि प्रोटीन कोट नाही, हे लक्षात ठेवा. व्हायरस मध्ये दोन्ही आहे. व्हायरॉइड मध्ये फक्त न्यूक्लिक ॲसिड आहे, प्रोटीन कोट नाही. सो टीओ डायनर in the year 1971 discovered new infectious agent. Infectious means which is causing the disease. This is called as viroid. T.O. Diner in the 1971 discovered a new infectious agent. This new infectious agent is called as a viroid. This is smaller than the virus. This viroid, it is smaller than the virus. It causes a potato spindle tuber disease. On the potato, this causes a potato spindle tuber disease. It was free DNA, free RNA. just now I told you that this consists of nucleic acid but no protein. So it was free RNA without protein, hence called virus. Thyroid. व्हायरस मध्ये दोन्ही आहे. थायरॉइड मध्ये फक्त न्यूक्लिक ऍसिड आहे. ओनली RNA is present without protein, hence called thyroid. RNA of thyroid was of low molecular weight. याचा जो RNA असतो त्याचा मॉलिक्युलर वेट हा व्हायरसच्या मॉलिक्युलर वेटपेक्षा, व्हायरसच्या RNAच्या मॉलिक्युलर वेटपेक्षा कमी असतो. T.O. Diner 1971 discovered new infectious agent called as viroid. This is smaller than the virus. This causes a potato spindle tuber disease. This is free RNA without any protein coat, hence called viroid. And RNA of viroid was of low molecular weight. Then another is prions. व्हायरस मध्ये न्यूक्लिक ऍसिड आणि प्रोटीन. थायरॉइड मध्ये फक्त न्यूक्लिक ऍसिड, नो प्रोटीन. बट हियर इन केस ऑफ प्रियॉन्स there is no nucleic acid, there is only protein. No nucleic acid without any no nucleic acid, but there is only protein. So certain infectious neurological diseases which are concerned with our nervous system, neurological diseases were found to be. These diseases were transmitted by agent consists of abnormally folded protein. प्रियॉन म्हणजे काय? abnormally folded protein आहे. याच्यामध्ये न्यूक्लिक ऍसिड नाही. Certain infectious diseases of nervous system, these were transmitted by such abnormally folded proteins. These are called as prions. These are called prions. It is the infectious protein part of the virus. प्रोटीन म्हणजे हे इन्फेक्शियस प्रोटीन आहे. या प्रोटीन हे ॲबनॉर्मली फोल्डेड प्रोटीन जे आहे तर याच्यामुळे सुद्धा डिसीजेस होऊ शकतात. इट इज द इन्फेक्शियस प्रोटीन पार्ट ऑफ द व्हायरस विदाउट न्यूक्लिक ॲसिड. द एजंट वॉज सिमिलर इन साईज टू व्हायरसेस. तर याचा आकार आणि व्हायरसचा आकार जवळजवळ सारखा. प्रियॉन्स, दीज आर इन्फेक्शियस ॲबनॉर्मली फोल्डेड प्रोटीन्स. The protein infectious protein part of the virus without any nucleic acid. This is similar to size with that of viruses. Then diseases caused by these prions. Here, bovine spongiform encephalopathy, BSE. Bovine spongiform encephalopathy or BSE. It is commonly called mad cow disease. This is caused by these prions. It is analogous or similar variant to Jacob's disease in human being. In the human being, Jacob's disease is caused, and in case of animals, in case of cows, or the name of the disease is mad cow disease. This is caused by bovine spongiform encephalopathy, and it is commonly called as mad cow disease. And this disease is caused by the prions. It is analogous variant to that of Jacob's disease. Then next group, this is a living group, but not included in Whitaker system of classification. These are called as lichens. These are having a symbiotic association. Symbiotic association म्हणजे दोन ऑर्गॅनिझम्स एक ठिकाणी राहतात, आपल्याला त्याची एकच बॉडी वाटते, दोन्ही ऑर्गॅनिझमला एकमेकापासून फायदा आहे, म्युच्युअल बेनिफिट आहे. धिस असोसिएशन इज कॉल्ड एज सिम्बायोटिक असोसिएशन. लायकेन्स आर सिम्बायोटिक असोसिएशन बिटवीन अल्गा अँड फंगस. या ठिकाणी एक अल्गा आणि एक फंगस एकत्र राहतात, त्यांची आपल्याला बाहेरून एकच बॉडी दिसते आणि दोन्हीला एकमेकापासून फायदा आहे, म्युच्युअल बेनिफिट आहे. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज सिम्बायोटिक असोसिएशन. अल्गल कंपोनंट, त्याच्यामध्ये जो अल्गल कंपोनंट किंवा जो अल्गा आहे त्याला फायकोबायंड असं नाव आहे, आणि फंगल कंपोनंट जो आहे त्याला मायकोबायंड असं नाव आहे. म्हणजे समजा ही घ्या, ही फंगस बॉडी आहे, हा समजे फंगस बॉडी आहे, आणि या ठिकाणी अल्गा आहे. दिस इज अल्गा, अँड बाहेरचा पार्ट जो असतो तो फंगस पासून तयार झालेला असतो. म्हणजे अल्गा आणि फंगस दे आर लिव्हिंग टुगेदर, दे आर हॅव्हिंग म्युच्युअल बेनिफिट. दोघांना एकमेकापासून फायदा आहे. द अल्गल मेंबर इज बॅक्टेरिया. तर या ठिकाणी ब्ल्यू ग्रीन अल्गी किंवा सियानो बॅक्टेरिया BGA ब्ल्यू ग्रीन अल्गी किंवा ग्रीन अल्गी या ठिकाणी असते. अल्गी प्रिपेअर, मग आता त्यांना एकमेकाचा फायदा कसा आहे पहा. अल्गी प्रिपेअर द फूड मटेरियल, इट प्रिपेअर्स द फूड मटेरियल. याच्यामध्ये क्लोरोफिल, फंगल पार्टमध्ये क्लोरोफिल नाही, सो इट कॅनॉट प्रिपेअर इट्स फॉर फूड मटेरियल. Algal component has a food material, it can prepare its food material because it has a chlorophyll. This food material is supplied to the fungus. म्हणजे याच्यापासून अन्न तयार केलेलं फंगसला प्रोव्हाइड केलं जातं. मग फंगसपासून याला फायदा काय. दिस प्रोव्हाइड्स शेल्टर, आसरा. शेल्टर म्हणजे आसरा. इट प्रोव्हाइड्स वॉटर अँड मिनरल्स. सो दिस फंगस component provides shelter as well as water and minerals to the alga, and this alga provides the prepared food material to the fungus. You see once again, lichens have a symbiotic association between alga and fungus. हा alga आणि बाहेरचा fungus. Algal component is called as phycobiont. Fungus component is called as mycobiont. Phycobiont and mycobiont. Phycobiont, it is autotrophic. It can prepare its own food material. While fungus component is heterotrophic. It cannot prepare its food material. Algal component is either cyanobacteria BGA blue green algae, or it is a green alga. Algae can prepare its own food material and provides this food material to the fungus. Fungus provides shelter, water and minerals to the alga. You can see this is the structure of this lichen. तर लायकेन तुम्हाला बाहेरून अशा प्रकारचं दिसेल. तर तुम्ही लायकेन पाहिलेलं आहे, ज्याला मसाल्यामध्ये दगडफूल म्हणून आपण जे वापरतो. दगडफूल म्हणजे लायकेन. इन लायकेन फंजाई ऍक्ट ॲज ए मास्टर. दिस ऍक्ट ॲज ए मास्टर अँड अलगा इट ॲक्ट्स ॲज ए सर्वंट. दिस इज ए फंगस इज ए मास्टर अँड अलगा इज ए सर्वंट. This type of association is called as halotism. This is called as halotism, this type of association. Lichens are known as pioneers, beginners of plant kingdom. Lichens are sensitive to pollution. ज्या ठिकाणी pollution आहे त्या ठिकाणी lichens वाढत नाही. These are very sensitive to the pollution. Lichens are sensitive to the pollution, therefore they do not grow in polluted area. Thus lichens are pollution indicators. जर त्या ठिकाणी lichens असतील तर pollution नाही, pollution असेल तर lichens नाही. So these are the pollution indicators. Lichens produce specific acids and they play an important role in soil formation. समजा या ठिकाणी रॉक आहे आणि या रॉक वरती असं lichen आहे. This lichen produces acid and this acid degrades the rock and there is a soil formation. On the rocks, if these lichens are growing, lichens are producing the acids. These acids degrade rocks and there is formation of a soil. Means these lichens are important in the soil formation. मित्रो, आपणास हा व्हिडिओ आवडला असेल तर कृपया लाईक करा, शेअर करा आणि सबस्क्राईब करा. धन्यवाद.